I'm very lucky where my team in hockey, that's my outlet. That's where I don't have to think. That's where I have my, me time, I guess you can say. These girls are my family. They make it really easy. Those are my best friends as well. I wouldn't trade these 4 years for anything.
By any account, it's an unusual, even unique combination of people, places, and events. Indeed, one would be hard-pressed to understand just how the unlikely combination of California, an analytics chemist, hockey, Buffalo State, and NASA have brought Justine Silva to this time in her life.
About the age of 2, I was on skates. I loved playing. My sisters loved playing. We grew up playing softball and volleyball and soccer and all that good stuff, but hockey stayed with me. From California, if you want to go to college for hockey, there's not many options, and knowing that I had to go away anyway and I would have been away from home, it was weighing out what schools I was interested in, no matter how far they were, and seeing programs that I wanted to be a part of, what kind of fit me.
Buffalo State senior goaltender has not only made her mark on the ice and the classroom, but also the laboratory, as in the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena. This unlikely journey began 2,500 miles from Buffalo, in California, in her hometown of Baldwin Park, just 16 miles west of LA in the San Gabriel Valley. Her talents led her to the Anaheim Lady Ducks, a junior club team, and to the idea of playing hockey in college. The recruiting calls came, and soon Brown University had the inside track at landing Justine, thanks to assistant coach Lucy Schodel. But during the recruiting process, Schodel left Brown to join her friend, Candace Moxley, who took the head coaching job, you guessed it, at Buffalo State.
It was a dual effort between my assistant coach and I in recruiting Justine. She had seen her before, and then I was out on the road watching her play. And it was our first recruiting class we were bringing into Buffalo State, and we really wanted to start, our philosophy was to start from the back end out. So we wanted a strong goaltender that could step in and play and win us some hockey games. And as we were on the road and I was watching Justine play throughout her season, it only solidified what Lucy had said about her, and she was the girl for the job.
They contacted me and they kept with me, and they were kind of the most persistent, and I knew I can get a major I wanted and I wouldn't have to fit myself to a school, and Buffalo State was kind of the right choice for me.
Her hard work on the ice is mirrored in the classroom and her labs as she works toward 2 degrees in forensic chemistry and biotechnology.
I've always loved science. I was in Science Olympiad when I was in middle school. I was in pre-med club in high school. It was just something that I've always, wanted to learn about. I played with a girl back home when I played club for the Lady Ducks, and we just became best friends. And her mom, she's an aerospace engineer, so she worked for Lockheed Martin and then she went to NASA. Never in a million years would I have thought of NASA as an internship. One day I was looking for internships, what can I do? How can I, get my foot in the door somewhere? She encouraged me to apply for NASA. So I was like, I'll try it, just to humor myself, I suppose. And I included my resume, the relevant coursework I had from Buff State, the lab work I did here, and sent it in. I was eventually contacted by Dr. Noel, who would be my mentor, and he was one of the lead chemists at NASA.
Her excellence in the classroom was one reason for Justine's selection, but so too was her title of student athlete, whose average day often consists of classwork, a job, homework, maybe some social time, and oh yes, practices and games. That was not lost on Dr. Noel. I was impressed by both her major and her participation on the hockey team, he said by an email. Juggling both requires a certain determination, which is also important in laboratory research.
He wanted me for analytical chemistry, and I had an analytical chemistry course and lab here. He really liked the fact that I had a lot of hands-on experience from Buffalo State, and I assumed everyone did that. but I was a little nervous the first day. Everyone had to name off where they're from, and you have big schools. Obviously, you have Harvard, you have Cornell, you know, very prestigious ones. I actually had more lab work and lab experience here than any of them did, which is kind of what set me apart. I mean, who gets to say they worked for NASA, you know? I had no doubt in my mind that I wanted to go there. Hockey to school, it taught me how to not give up. You know, you have to, you know, there is a lot of adversity in science. You know, it's not easy. I don't think it's an easy discipline at all, any of the STEM. So coming into a STEM major, I knew that I would have to implement the same effort that I gave on the ice, off the ice. School to hockey, it taught me to be more methodical, more thoughtful of what I did, and look into the little details a lot more in order to see the big picture better. For us, we know, you know, after these 4 years, it won't be the same. I met my best friends here. I met my second family here. Buffalo in itself and Buffalo State was a home to me for these 4 years. Just in a couple words, just the best experience I've had in my life.